Shirik shirik yenten Shiyin rikbi yenten
Dashin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten ino Dashin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten
Kuzuzang Pola to all the listeners across the country. I am Nobuzam from Kurtang Middle Secondary School. This radio program is to reach to all the children across the nation. This lesson is for Class 3, for Volume 4, for the subject Mathematics on the topic Measuring Length. Now, what is length, children? Length is the measurement of how long an object is from one end to another. It is the distance from one end to another. Children, you have learned how to measure length using standard unit in Class 2, right? Do you remember the 2 standard units of measuring length that you had learned? They were centimeter and meter, right? In this lesson, we will learn 2 more units to measure length. To measure shorter length, we use units like millimeter and centimeter. The short way to write millimeter is mm, and the short way to write centimeter is cm. Now you had learned how to use a ruler to measure length in centimeter, right? And so you already know how long 1 centimeter is. Now, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. To see how long a millimeter is, let us look at the picture given below. In the picture, can you see 2 lines drawn above the ruler? One line is in green color and the other line is in blue color. The length of the green line, which is longer, is 1 centimeter. Now, if you look at the ruler, in 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. The length of the blue line, which is shorter, is 1 millimeter. Do you see the length of 1 millimeter? It is very short, right? To help you understand when to use millimeter and centimeter, look at the example given below. In the first picture, you will see the picture of a bean seed, right? The width of a bean seed is around 8 millimeters. Now, if you have a bean seed, look at the width of the bean seed. The length is very short, right? In the second picture, can you see the picture of a 10 Ngultrum note? Okay, the length of a Ngultrum 10 note is around 12 centimeter. So, can you see the length of a 10 Ngultrum note? Okay, for this length, we use centimeter. If it is very short, we will use millimeters. To measure longer lengths, we use units like meter and kilometer. The short way to write meter is m, and the short way to write kilometer is km, kilometer, km. Now you had learned how to measure length in meter, right? So you already have an idea of how long 1 meter is. Now, 1 meter is 100 centimeters, right? And 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So that is a very long length. To have an idea of how long a meter or kilometer is, let us look at the pictures given below. On the first picture, you will see the height of a door is marked. The height of the door is about 2 meters. Now look at the door of your house. Is its height a short length to measure? No, right? We cannot use a small ruler to measure the height of that door. So instead of millimeter or centimeter, we use meter to measure this length. Now look at the second picture. What do you see? There is a map of Bhutan given, right? On the map, 2 places are shaded or colored. Thimphu and Bumthang. These are 2 different dzongkhoks, right? The distance between Thimphu and Bumthang is about 270 kilometers. Now, is that a short length to measure? Bumthang is a very far away place from Thimphu, right? So, to measure such very long length or distance, we use the unit kilometer. So children, we have learned 4 different units to measure length. For very short lengths, we use mm, and for shorter lengths, we use cm, centimeter, okay? For longer lengths, we use meter, m, and for very, very long lengths, we use kilometers, km. Now that you have learned the 4 units, let us try to do activity 1. The instruction for activity 1 is choose the most appropriate unit for each of the following measurements and write in the blank spaces. What are those units? It is given in the bracket, see? Millimeter, mm, centimeter, cm, meter, m, or kilometer, km. The instruction for activity 1 says, choose the most appropriate unit, that is, millimeters, mm, or centimeters, cm, or meters, m, or kilometers, km, for each of the following measurements and write in the blank spaces. The first one is done for you to help you understand how to do this activity. So let us take a look at A first. The tree is about 4 meters tall, 4m tall. Now look at the picture of a tree. Think of a real tree. Is it a short length to measure? No, right? A tree is very tall, isn't it? So instead of millimeter or centimeter, we use meter. We don't even use kilometer because it is not a very, very, very long length, right? So we choose meter to measure the length of this tree, 4 meters. Okay? Now look at B. It says an ant is about 12 dash long. Look at the picture of an ant. Think of a real ant. Have you seen a real ant? It's a very small creature, right? Which unit would you use to measure the length of an ant? Will it be 12 millimeter? Will it be 12 centimeters? Will it be 12 meters? Or will it be 12 kilometers? Think carefully and fill in the blank with the correct unit. Look at C now. A car traveled for about 5 dash. Okay. Which unit do you think will fit there? Will a car travel for 5 millimeters, a very short length? Will a car travel for 5 centimeters? Will a car travel for 5 meters? Or will a car travel for 5 kilometers? Which do you think is the most appropriate unit there? Fill in the blank. Now look at D. The pen is about 14 dash long. You have seen a pen, right? You probably must be having a pen with you right now. Or maybe your brother or sister has. Look at the pen. Which unit do you think will be appropriate there? Will the pen be 14 millimeters? Will it be 14 centimeters? Will it be 14 meters? Or will it be 14 kilometers? Now look at E. Akira is about 3 dash long. Look at your mother or sister's Kira. Which unit will you use to measure the length of this Kira? Will it be 3 millimeters long? Will it be 3 centimeters long? Will it be 3 meters long? Or will it be 3 kilometers long? Choose the correct unit and fill in the blank. Now that we have learned to choose appropriate units for each measurement, let us move on to the next activity. Activity number 2. Now earlier we had learned that 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter, right? So 10 millimeters is also equal to 1 centimeter. Now for the first question of activity 2, you have to fill each of the blanks below with the correct number. And to remind you, in the bracket, it is written 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter. The first 2 are done for you to help you understand how to convert units. Okay? Look at A first. It says 2 centimeters equals to 20 millimeters. If 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters, 2 centimeters would be equal to 10 plus 10, 20, right? 20 millimeters. So this is how you convert units from centimeter to millimeter. Okay? Now look at B. It says 40 millimeter is equal to 4 centimeter. If 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, then 20 millimeter will be equal to 2 centimeters. 30 millimeter will be equal to 3 centimeters. So 40 millimeters will be equal to 4 centimeters, right? This is how you convert millimeters to centimeters. Now try C on your own. It says 3 centimeters is equal to dash millimeters. Look at A if you need help and convert 3 centimeter to millimeters. Try D on your own too. It says 50 millimeters is equal to dash centimeters. If 40 millimeters is equal to 4 centimeters, if 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, how much would 50 millimeter be equal to in centimeters? Think carefully and convert millimeters to centimeters. Now look at the second question of activity 2. It says, convert the following measurements. And in the bracket, it is given 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Now, to help you understand, the first 2 are done for you. Look at A. It says 2,000 meters is equal to 2 kilometers. If 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter, that also means 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. So, if 1,000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer, 2,000 meter is going to be equal to 2 kilometers, right? So this is how you convert from meters to kilometers. Now look at B. It says 3 kilometer is equal to 3,000 meters. If 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters, then 2 kilometers will be equal to 2,000 meters. And 3 kilometers will be equal to 3,000 meters. 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000, right? So this is how you convert kilometers to meters. Now try C and D on your own. C says 4,000 meters is equal to dash kilometer. So like A, you have to convert the meter to kilometers. Now look at D. It says 9 kilometers is equal to dash meters. So you have to convert kilometers to meter like in B. Can you try it on your own? Okay, after you have written the answers, you can check the answer in the answer box given at the very end of this lesson. So, in today's lesson, we have learned how to use the 4 units of measuring length: millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers, right? We have also learned how to convert these measurement units into one another. And to check if you have understood the lesson, please try the questions given in Self-Check for Learning. Now, the question says, combine and calculate each of the following measurements. Combine means put together, okay? Join. Now, you know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter, right? So you have to use this idea to calculate the 2 lengths given below. A says 1 centimeter and 3 millimeters equals to dash millimeter. So here you have to convert the centimeter to millimeter first, then add with the 3 millimeters and write the total as millimeters. Look at B. It says 2 kilometers 500 meters equals to dash meters. Now in B also, you can see 2 kilometers and 500 meters given, right? So first you convert 2 kilometers to meters. Then add with the meters given there, 500 meters. Find the total and fill in the blanks. Alright? So children, after you have answered all these questions, please check your answer in the answer box given at the very end of this lesson. And that brings us to the end of this lesson. We will continue in the next lesson. Till then, stay safe, stay clean, and keep washing your hands. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Maybe no do, she can't